easy go.
What's up, you guys? Diaz Films here. I'm sorry if the lighting's a bit off in here. Sorry about that. But today is episode 6 of Asshole Weekly. It's been quite some time since I made an Asshole Weekly, and I wasn't sure on who to make it on. So I thought about it today, and I was thinking, who can I make an Asshole Weekly on? And I watched this interview by Drama Alert, and apparently there was a report about Ray Diaz being charged with domestic violence. So Ray Diaz's former girlfriend, Linda Hicks, was abused by Ray in their relationship. So I watched the whole interview. Well, not the whole interview, but most of it. And honestly, it's crazy. Like, my God, like, this guy was just crazy. And I had to make an Asshole Week on him because this guy fits perfectly for this series. And I had to make it on him because I didn't know who this guy was. He's basically this Viner / Instagram comedian. Like, here's a video, for example.
Find out if he likes me. Him? Yeah. Oh my God, I got it. Yeah.
Hey.
So, what do you think of Lele?
Oh, she's funny.
And
she's cool.
nothing else?
She's talented.
Yeah, but do you like her?
Nah.
What? Lele! He said no. Okay. He doesn't like you. We got it. He's gone.
Yeah, not funny really, because I genuinely hate Instagram comedy, and I just don't like it. And I'm actually gonna make a video about why I hate Instagram comedy.
I hate Instagram comedy.
Like, almost everyone on YouTube hates Instagram comedy. Like, everyone hates it. When I was watching the interview, Ray's ex, Linda, was abused by Ray in the relationship. Get to the abusive relationship of what actually happened with Linda and Ray in their relationship. I want to actually talk about this one thing where Ray was kind of being a pedo, kind of a weird guy. I don't know if everyone remembers this, but a while back, well, a few weeks ago, I think, Ray apparently was texting very odd comments to a 16-year-old model named Lauren Gray. He texted these very odd comments about her looks and about her appearance, and he said one comment, dream girl, with a silly emoji face and a monkey covering its eyes. It's weird. And then someone commented, she's only 16, Ray. And he said to another comment, stunning, who agrees? So it's kind of weird. It's really weird because he commented very odd stuff about her appearance because she's 16. And he's like 29. Wait. Roger. Wait, is Ray 29?
No, he's 32.
What, he's 30? 32.
I just looked it up. He's actually
Wait, what?
32 years old.
32?
He's about his age.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I take that back. Ray's actually 32. Just to let you guys know. Sorry about that. Really? 32?
Yeah, I ain't lied about it.
Really?
Yep, he's 32.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
You lied about his age? Wow. So, he also lied about his age. He was being a pedo by texting weird comments to a 16-year-old. But there was another time where he was apparently hacked. There was a time when he was hacked on his Instagram page where these videos surfaced on his page of him and Lele Pons. Yes, Lele Pons, that one... I'm not going to say the word.
What, comedian?
Roger, I'm not saying comedian. She's not a comedian. They're not comedians.
Oh, God, man.
Fuck
Why
it,
do you have to
I'll say it.
Don't,
She's a comedian, apparently. Okay, she's an Instagram comedian that makes the most unfunniest comedy ever to exist in existence.
Hi, sweetie. What is your name? Hi, my name's Alyssa with 1S Gutierrez Sierra.
How old are you?
I'm 9 years old,
And yes, what kind of dancing are you gonna do for us today?
and I'm going to be dancing hip hop.
How do you laugh at
How
that?
the fuck supposed to
How
laugh
can you
at
laugh at
know?
that?
That
Seriously,
makes you wanna
Roger.
throw up and just die, man. Like,
I wish I had someone there. I'm talking to nobody. I'm talking to myself. It's weird. Lele and Ray, I guess, were dating at the time. Don't know. Never heard about it. So, when he was hacked, apparently, there was a video of Lele and Ray kissing, smooching, cuddling, whatever stuff. There's a clip. weird. This guy's fucking weird. Really, he is. It gets a lot worse when, like, it'll get a lot worse when I actually talk about the relationship he had with his ex. It's weird as hell. Got that through. We're gonna actually talk about the relationship from beginning to end with Ray Diaz and Linda Hicks, which is Ray's ex. Now, I took notes. Yes, I took notes. I literally watched the interview with Drama Alert with Keemstar interviewing Linda about the relationship with Ray and how he was, and I was very surprised when I heard this. I didn't fully finish it because I thought I had enough information to talk about. So, I'll just read it off here, and like I'll have like a picture or videos or whatever, and that stuff. So how they first met was Linda moved to Hollywood. She was a dancer at a dance studio, whatever, and apparently she was going out to eat. Ray bumped into her, and he asked her immediately, can I have your Instagram account? She said, I have a boyfriend. There was another time that day where they bumped into each other again, and he again asked her for her account, and I guess they went to his house or whatever. They got along, and I guess she started going to his house a lot, and I guess they started dating. Don't know how that happens, but it did apparently. So, the place that they were at is 600 Vine Street, which is the street where all the Viners / Instagram comedians... I can't say that. They're not comedians. They're just not... We'll just say comedians because they're really not comedians. They all live there. In the interview with Keemstar, he actually faked being hacked. He released those videos. He was fake being hacked. He wasn't hacked at all. He faked it, and he released the videos on purpose on his account. He lied about his age. Like I said, he said he was 29, but he's actually 32. So he told his girlfriend finally. So Ray told her that he was 29, even though she was very surprised because he looked very young. So about a month in their relationship, whatever, he finally told her about his age, that he was 32. He showed her the ID, and he was actually 32. She was very surprised by that because he basically lied to her within like 7 months, whatever. I know I said like a month, but 7 months. Here's where it gets really crazy. Now, I took a lot of notes on this. I literally wrote word for word, well, not word for word, but mostly word for word of the abusive stuff. Because what happened was, and this is going to be crazy because this wasn't the first time she was abused, whatever, happened before. So I would actually just read this, and I also show you a clip of her talking about it. So there was, in the interview, while she was talking to Keemstar, she said she got injured during her dance class. So she had to go rest for a while because she was injured. So Ray offered to have her stay at his place, even though she didn't want to live with him at all. Only for a month, she said to him. She only tried to live with him for a month because she didn't want to live with him at all. So within a month later, after she kind of recovered, he told her, if you leave, we're breaking up. That sounds like a paranoid / crazy ass boyfriend. And trust me, just don't forget those words. I will bring that up again. Crazy boyfriend. Linda, whenever she would go out with her friends, whatever, he would get very paranoid. He would always text her and call her, get worried. I mean, if she didn't text him within an hour or so, he would have a heart attack, metaphorically. And he would even say that she was cheating on him, whatever. He would even say to her, like, can't go home or I'll break up with you because you've been sketchy and you've been disappearing on me, all this other stuff. Basically, he was freaking out whenever she went out with her friends or anything. So he was very paranoid. So as that happened, as he was paranoid about her going out all the time, he would even call her mother and tell her about their business, whatever, which is crazy. I mean, why? So here's where it gets crazy. The first violent act Ray did on Linda was when they were arguing about something, and Ray apparently spit on her face and called her names, telling her all this other stuff. I mean, there was a clip that was in the interview which just blew my mind because I can't believe a guy would act like this. Like, I'm not being comedic. I'm being super serious with this thing because I really dislike abusive relationships. I dislike men abusing women or women abusing men. Like, there shouldn't be abusive relationships. I don't agree with that. And it pisses me off that people have to go through that type of stuff. And I've kind of experienced that as well. So I get what they have to go through. So she got proof of him spitting on her and stuff. I mean, here's that clip right there.
Stabbing me in my fucking back. That's what the fuck you are. Shit to me. Stab me in my back. What should I do, Landy? What should I do? What should I do? And I don't give a fuck how many people you tell that I called you a bitch and spit on you. Because you're lucky I don't spit on you again. Okay? I don't give a fuck, you ungrateful bitch, trying to sneak behind my fucking back. You're a slimy slut. That's what the fuck you are. You're a fucking slimy bitch. Why'd you fucking be sneaky about it? Huh? Why were you trying to be sneaking? Why are you trying to sneak? Why are you trying to sneak? Why'd you want to get in the first place?
Huh?
Why'd you do it in the first place?
Because
Why?
I didn't
Why?
know what to do.
Why?
I didn't know what
Why?
to do.
Huh? Why? It's simple. The fuck you mean you don't know what the fuck you do? You should have said fucking no! You should have said no!
So, you heard that. That's crazy. I can't believe he would do that to her. That's just crazy. I mean, so after that, she broke up with him, and she stayed at her friend's house after Ray went out on a ski trip or whatever, because this was her chance to get out, because she was in an abusive relationship. She knew kind of the true side of Ray, how crazy and paranoid he is, and how he can act to her. So she had the opportunity to leave quickly when he was out, because she had no chances of leaving, because he was always paranoid of always keeping her in the house, never have her go out, because he would think that guys would look at her or whatever stuff, like a paranoid boyfriend. Seriously, like a crazy boyfriend. He would even freak out and cry and scream at her. Just, he would be like a crazy boyfriend, like I said. He would just be like a very crazy fucking boyfriend. Like, it's crazy. And he would even call his family and tell them about her, I guess, disappearing and being, I don't know, a bitch, whatever, that type of stuff. And Ray wouldn't let her go anywhere. Go out of the house, let her go with her friends, nothing. He could go out in the clubs, be with his friends, but she couldn't go anywhere with her friends or anything because he was paranoid of men. Yeah, pretty fucking crazy, isn't it? When Ray would have his friends around, he would even fight with his girlfriend in front of his friends, and his friends would just watch him argue with her and be aggressive with her, because she said that they were afraid of him because he was a monster or whatever. He was an abusive person. So when she left and stayed at her friend's house, when he went to the ski trip, he would send flowers and, apologize for everything. And she was manipulated to go back out with him. If I was her friend, I would not let her go back out with him. If I was her friend, I wouldn't let her go back out with him. I would probably punch him or whatever. That's my opinion. That's what I would do in this situation. Ever since she went back out with him, about a week later, after they went back out together, apparently there was another abusive argument where she spoke to a guy or whatever, and Ray freaked out and thought it was the end of the world, whatever. He wouldn't let her go downstairs at all because there were guys downstairs or whatever, and he didn't want guys to look at her. So she was like stuck in his apartment, which pretty much sucks. So while they dated, while he had hernia surgery or whatever, because he had a hernia surgery, she said in the interview, he would force her to do his laundry, to cook for him, to buy groceries, and to clean the house, do all this other slave type work, kind of like in the 50s where housewives had to do all the stuff. They had to clean, they had to stay in the house, they had to clean, cook for the husband, just that bullshit. Yeah, it was like the 50s. He was like living the 50s and treating her like a housewife, even though she isn't a housewife. So she even said she was treated like a slave, I mean, I get that. I get that you need someone to cook from, whatever, but you don't force someone to do that. They'll willingly to help you, but you don't force someone to do that stuff. And he forced her to do all that stuff, even after he was done with his surgery or whatever. So he would force her to clean the house and shit, which is fucking bogus. She even tried to tell her problems to Ray's sister, which Ray's sister freaked out and got upset because she didn't believe her at all because his family doesn't know about the true side of Ray or anything that she said in the interview. Ray wouldn't let her get a job or anything because of guys and everything. The only job she had was a job from Ray's friend in order for him to spy on her so that she wouldn't talk to guys or whatever. So he was spying on her at her own job, which is pretty fucking crazy as a boyfriend. So I'll talk about the second very abusive argument they had, which is crazier than the first two, or the first one, whatever. Okay, so one night he argued with her about money, whatever. So she went downstairs, and she went downstairs to get her credit card and put it in his pocket, whatever, so that he would stop arguing her about money. When she was doing that, she accidentally scratched him, and he got very crazy enough where he grabbed her to his throat, slammed her to the wall, and just choked her on the throat. And he would like choke her for a couple seconds, and then she would cough and stuff. She would try to leave. He would try to block her and everything. He would grab her, choke her, and just abuse her basically.
I tried to put it in his pocket so he could just stop yelling at me about it. And I accidentally scratched him or something, and he grabbed me by my throat, threw me up against the wall on the stairs, and choked me for like a couple seconds. And I was like coughing, and I couldn't breathe, and threw me down. And then I ran upstairs, grabbed my shoes, and tried to run out. And he stopped me, and he grabbed me by my throat and hit me real hard on my throat. And then I just kind of like cried and went to sleep. And then I woke up in the morning, and he goes, "Look what I did." And that was when he pretended to be hacked.
Oh, when he faked being hacked. Okay.
So there was another time where he came up the stairs or whatever from the apartment or whatever, and he yelled at her when she gave him a dirty look. So when that happened, while they're arguing, like just a little argument, whatever, and when she tried to leave, he would block the door so that she wouldn't leave at all. He would throw her across the room. He would, grab her shirt and just rip her shirt from her neck. And just, slam her to the ground and just choke her and just hit her and just give her all these marks from her neck down to her shoulder. And she would even try to scream for the neighbors or somebody to hear, and he would cover her mouth and tell her to shut up, all this stuff.
He comes upstairs all angry, and I'm brushing my teeth, and he says something rude. So I look at him weird, and I keep brushing my teeth, but he starts yelling at me for giving him a look, screaming at me. So I run to the bed, and I sit there, and I let him yell at me for a while. And then I'm sassy. I'm very sassy. So I didn't talk for most of it, and then he said something real rude, so I mocked him. And then he starts screaming, saying he's going to F other people, and I was like, okay, well then why am I here? And I went, and I grabbed my suitcase, and he spit in my face. So I ran in the room, and I started packing my stuff, and he grabbed my phone from me. And then, so I was like, okay, I need to leave. I want to go home. And he put his arms in the doorway and like stood in the doorway so I couldn't leave. And I would try to go through his arms and through his legs, and he would pick me up and throw me across the room. Like probably like 3 or 4 times.
Because, man, this really pisses me off, okay? I'm sorry if this is not very comedic, but this is something I can't make a joke about. Abuse isn't something to joke about. I can't really joke about it because I've experienced it before. I haven't been in an abusive relationship. I've seen an abusive relationship, and it doesn't go well. And I could understand why she was scared to tell someone because how crazy he was. And I don't get how people can act like this. I don't get how people can be like this. I don't get how people can act this sort of way to some human being. Like, where are their humanity? Where's their empathy? Like, I never really get upset when I make a video like this, really. It's something I don't like to see. I don't like seeing a girl being abused by a man, or a woman abusing a man, or just any abuse relationship, even a pet being abused. I don't like abuse at all. I think that's all I have. I can't talk about it. Here's those clips I'll show. Thanks for watching. I have nothing to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.